Hello, everybody, and welcome to another live stream for social togetherness and to combat social isolation. I am your host. I am your friend, Step. Welcome. I'm hopeful that some of you who might be sick of your family gathering might come and poke your head in here. I myself am eagerly awaiting a turkey dinner. I was planning on being all besuited and tied today, but it's a Sunday. I don't feel like it. I've also got a little bit of a sore spine. I don't know what the deal with that is, but the birds sure are chirping outside of the window here. I see you out there. I don't know who you are. You four people who are watching the chat. Hi. Wow, I thought I'd have more to say about today, but apparently I don't. My hair is not nearly as pink as I was hoping. It's still pretty coppery blonde, which is a little disappointing. It's a little pink. Like you can clearly see there's some pink there, but I don't know. I'm probably going to add some more red to the pink and mix it up and try it again tonight. Hello, Megan. Welcome. I know that you just had a teleconference with your family, so I hope that went well. Your friends here are happy to have you. By your friends, I mean me. Hi, I'm me. Apparently, I was not ready at all to start talking publicly today in any remotely human way. Didn't get much sleep. Meant to be cleaning and organizing and tidying all day, but have only half done that. It's Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. I'll have another chance tomorrow. Is kind of how I've been feeling about this whole being cooped up and not going to work process. The prolonged onset of spring is kind of getting to me. I want it to be spring now so I can go and do gardening and things, and it's just not quite ready. It's like I'm waiting. It's beautiful out, but you can't go out yet and do things, even without being unable to go do public stuff. I can't even start work in the backyard, really, except for the little that I've done already. So, how's your Easter going, Megan? How's the fam? I didn't know there was a cat back here. Oh my. I'm being at. Oof. Does my beard smell funny? Is there chili flake or fish sauce in it? I had soup. I had soup for lunch, and now I have a cat. Feel better? It's like, put me down, new human. Don't kick me in the face. What are you kicking me in the face for? Bye. Alright. We eat pancakes. We are watching old movies. Ooh, Swiss Family Robinson, eh? And having chicken for dinner. That is lovely. I will have to thoroughly wash my hands and then deliver you one of my not patented, Dagwood sandwiches tomorrow or sometime in the future. Because I'm looking forward to turkey, but I'm also looking forward to turkey sandwiches. Because I love a turkey sandwich. It's got stuffing on it. It's going to have like lettuce and tomato. I'll leave the tomato off of yours. Because otherwise it would kill you. And mustard and mayo and a pickle. And I don't know. Stuff. Lots of stuff. Provolone cheese, probably. I'm looking forward to the sandwich. I might just have one brought on stream tomorrow, but I'm not going to eat it on stream because that would be gross for everybody to hear. Lip smacking and all that. Unless you're into that, in which case go watch some ASMR or tell me to make ASMR because, you know, you should definitely post pictures of your hair online because your hair is much better than my hair right now. Besides the fact that I look kind of like a dweeb. I look like if Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy were shipped and had a magical love child. That's what I feel like I look like right now. Which I guess isn't a bad look now that I think about it that way. I don't know. I should go read Harry Potter again. It is comfort reading, I guess. Kind of, for me. Oh, hey, Megan. Did you ever get Foundation to work? I don't think I mentioned this on stream, but I sent you a copy of Foundation by Isaac Asimov, and you should read it, because it is one of my favorite book series, and I think that you, as a historian, would enjoy it. You were going to reread what? You were going to reread Foundation, or you're going to reread Harry Potter? Because both of those things are things that could be done. Man. Live streaming is difficult some days. Oh, Muffin. The hardest job you have is live streaming into the void. That was weird. Something just happened with my screen. I should be thinking about more things to talk about and do. Like, I don't know. When people don't show up, should I just start playing video games? I only ask because I know, like, you and I could talk through other mediums, so I know that this live stream doesn't mean as much to you as it might mean to other people, you know? Harry Potter, but we'll be reading or listening to Foundation. Foundation is a series by Isaac Asimov, for anyone who doesn't know. It was at one point granted was it a Hugo Award? Special award? The best science fiction series of all time. Back in the 60s when they did those things, because, you know, nothing else was ever going to come out to supplant it. But it is quite good. It's about the rise and the fall and rise of the Galactic Empire, based on the Roman Empire. And pseudo-magical power of statistics. And that's about all I'm going to say. It's a bit dry. The humor is mostly satire, and it's you have to have a grounding in history, or at least an understanding of life in the 1950s and 60s to really get everything out of it that you want to get out of it. But I find it interesting because it's such a socio-economic, social-political commentary piece, like most good science fiction that I like, that I find it interesting how relevant some of that is especially today. I'm probably going to reread that this week. Probably the whole series, but I'm going to start with the first one. And by the whole series, I mean the first 3, because they carried on after that, and they were good, but they kind of changed focus. The first 3 Foundation books were written not as novels, but as novella collections or short story collections. They were published as separate pieces in, I want to say, Astounding magazine, and then eventually re-released as that bird is bothering me, as novels, where they sort of make sense to cut them. So there are several chunks in each of the first 3. And then the later ones were written as like standalone stories, complete narratives. So the same universe but differently structured. And they followed much more closely individual people rather than following different people for each of the stories. Which is fine. I enjoy Asimov. He's one of my favorite authors. He's the reason that I read the way I do. If it weren't for Isaac Asimov's books, I probably would have had a lot more trouble learning to read. And I suppose I should give a shout out to both C.S. Lewis and my mother. My mother, who forced me to read because all I wanted to do was be read to. Reading is still kind of painful for me to do in text form. Big chunks especially, like a book or a short story or something. And funny as it is, I love text as a medium for a conversation, but to sit down and read words on a page, it causes me like physically manifest anxiety, and I don't really understand why, and I force myself through it because I love narrative so much. Man, that's probably similar to how Ed feels about a friend of mine who has what's it called when you can see sounds, or in his case hear colors. Anyway, he hears colors but loves video games, and he forces himself through the annoyance of flashing lights and brightness because he wants to play video games. So I now think I have a better understanding of what that feels like when I think about reading a book. If anybody else out there has interesting things that other people seem to be able to do no problem but cause them a great deal of strain, let me know. I'd love to hear how wonderful and different and weird we all are. That would be nice. If anybody out there needs a break from their family or misses their family, please feel free to throw a few words into the chat. I'm here to listen. I'm here for support. I'm here to just be a friendly voice. So I hope that you enjoy yourself. Selves. Because I'm kind of being weird at the moment. I think I might be a little high from the soup that I ate. It had quite a bit of chili pepper in it. And now that I think about it, this feels like spice-induced euphoria. I don't know if that's something that anybody other than me feels, but it's certainly something I have a lot of experience with. Who's honking their car? Like, who's driving a car around the neighborhood honking? I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I can't close the window because it's so warm in this computer room and nice and blessedly cool outside. So, oh, have I been talking for like 15 minutes straight about Isaac Asimov? Probably. How you doing, Megan? You hanging in there? Who else is around? Nobody will say. I can see that you're there, that you're watching. Woof woof. There's a dog outside too. Our Easter dinner is tonight with the turkey and the whole thing, and after I'm finished streaming, I think I'm going to have to go and chop up a rutabaga. It's like the size of a cantaloupe. It's quite large, and I'm looking forward to it. I really like rutabaga. I think they tend to mash it, which is fine. Mashed potatoes, mashed yams, mashed rutabaga, so there's going to be a lot of mush on the plate. There may be, like, fresh peas, not mushy, or some sort of other vegetable. And, of course, stuffing, and, of course, turkey, and, of course, gravy. And I should have picked up dinner rolls, I'm recognizing now. A lot of work to go to for 4 of us, though. But it's mostly about having the leftovers, because that's how do. I picked up a turkey that was like, I don't know, 17, 18 pounds, or kilos, and it was only like $21. And boil him, mash him, put him in a stew. So it was a good deal turkey, and it's almost too large for the pan, but not quite. Thankfully, it's not too large for the oven. But I'm very much looking forward to this bird. Didn't they end up deciding to sit on them and squash them? And then they didn't do that because they argued until dawn and then turned into statues. That's another book that I would like to reread, but unfortunately, the only officially licensed audiobook, as far as the last time I looked, was terrible. It was read by some dry British dude, and I didn't like him at all. There was also a full cast recording, but it was abridged, and it was like a dramatization. I don't really like those in audiobooks. I do like full voice casts, but I prefer them to be unabridged and not dramatized with like sound effects and whatever. I don't mind a little background music that's set in the same tone as the scene, but I don't know. All that radio drama fluff just sort of takes me out of the experience. Make some dinner rolls. How would you suggest I do that? With some flour, some lard, some sugar, some baking powder, some baking soda, and some water and salt, and mash it all up, and then let it rise, and then roll it out, and then not roll it out, pack it into little things that you smack around in your hand a few times and then put down on a baking sheet and let them rise. Is that in the oven? Is that how you suggest I make some dinner rolls? Because I could probably be convinced to do that. Did I miss anything in the ingredients list? boil 'em, mash 'em up, put 'em in a stew. Make some dinner rolls for you. As per Facebook, the honking may have been a van driving around with the Easter Bunny waving at kids. Oh, that's nice then. That's nice. I don't mind that so much. That's cute. I had half thought about getting dressed up myself and just walking around the neighborhood in a suit and bunny ears, but I don't have bunny ears anymore. I used to have a tail that had a belt loop, and so you just ran your belt through it and then put it on your pants as normal, and your belt held up the little cottontail. And I wish I still had that because it was adorable. It made me quite popular at a couple of furry conventions. And, you know, I like whimsy. I guess this color... Oh no, it's growing on me. This color isn't that bad, especially when I think about it as being sort of mane-like. I have to shave, I think, is the thing. I'm going to shave the neck beard. I'm going to shave down to about, you know, kind of like, I'm backwards, kind of like that. So a full beard. But a tidy beard. Sounds about right. You have a couple of easy dinner roll recipes you'll send along. Thank you. I would appreciate it. Excuse me. I made you have just enough time to let the dough rise properly if I get started right after stream. Which I think I'm also going to cut short today because it seems like a lot of people are with their families or connecting with their families over the internet, and so don't really need my live stream today. So I think I'm just going to say, if you're coming to this stream later, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find me on Twitter at @theprostep on Twitter. Send me a DM. You can find me on Gmail. theprofessionalstep@gmail.com is my email. Email me, message me, find me on the internet. I'm always here to talk. If you are feeling very lonely, if you're in a lonely place and just want somebody to talk to, I'm here for that. I can't do my professional cuddling work right now because obviously we have to social distance. So instead, I'm offering just chatting as a free service to anybody who needs a friend, because that's ultimately what I want to be. So thank you, Megan, for joining me in person here. And thank you anyone else who comes to check out this live stream after the fact. And whether you want to reach out or not, I'm just glad that you spent some time with me. So I'm going to call it there today. I will be back at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow. Please don't hesitate to come out for that. And thanks. Thanks very much.